Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to find your divine path. If you are feeling lost, if you want to know the way to grow, to expand, to live your life, this is the episode for you. And make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So how do you find a path that fulfills you, that suits you, that guides you into where you're supposed to be? How do you do it? You have to decide what you are. When you decide what you are and you act, think, behave, move, operate, speak in alignment with that, you will become the thing. You see, the law of attraction says like attracts like, or more importantly, like is like. So if you want a heavenly experience, if you want to be in that God energy, that high angelic frequency that you know that is for you, then you just become it. You see, if you were an angel or God, or if you were those things and you were to incarnate into this experience right now, you would operate differently than yourself. Now, you don't have to pick something that high. You could say, well, I want to be the best athlete. I want to be the best football player. I want to be the best real estate developer. I want to be the best, in shape person. I want to be the president. I want to be this. Like whatever you decide it is, when you decide that you are that thing, all you have to do is run everything you process through that frequency. So if you are divine, if you are God, if you're in that high energy spirit, what would God eat in your day? What would God think in your day? What would God say in your day? How would God treat others in your day? You know the answer to those things. When you choose it every single moment, you will become that thing. If you are surrounded by people that tell you everything is wrong, all your failures, all your struggles, why you shouldn't succeed, why you can't be great, why you can't do this, why you can't be that. If you are around that from the time you are born to the time you grow up, you will think in those limited parameters. You will start to do something and think, oh, well, I can't do that. I can't do that because of the way I look. I can't do that because of how tall I am. I can't do that because of my background. You will start believing the thing that they placed upon you. This is what happens when you go to school and your teachers impress their beliefs on you. This is what happens when you grow up in a certain neighborhood and your neighbors impress their limited beliefs on you. You believe that you are that thing, so then you run everything through it. If you believe that you are not worth anything, then your thoughts that you allow into your mind will equal thoughts of somebody that is not worth anything. If you believe you are great and you are worth everything, you will not entertain thoughts that do not align with it. Now, this isn't necessarily easy. It's very simple, but it's not easy. Because the growth, the belief happens after tension. That means you have to go against the thing that's limiting you. So if you want to become someone that's very successful in something, whatever you decide it is, when you push into that, every reason why you're not it is going to show up so that you can overcome it. When you overcome it, you become the opposite of it. If you become the opposite of it, you're going to become what it is that you desire. So the pains, the hurdles, the walls, the things that stop you, that hurt you, that limit you are for you. Belief is how we receive. You're not going to believe something until you truly are the thing, meaning you're not going to believe your light until you know how to turn on your light in darkness. You're not going to believe that you're loved when you learn how to love in anger. You're not going to believe you're strong unless you learn how to be strong when you feel weak. You have to go through the thing, become the thing that is not there for you consistently, meaning you have to think that way, speak that way, believe that way, receive that way, give that way. Every single way you can experience in this life, you have to do it in that thing. And when you do it, you become that thing. That's all this life is an experience. You're just experiencing things. You're experiencing time. You're experiencing hurt. You're experiencing loss. You're experiencing gain. You're experiencing fun. You're experiencing failure. You're experiencing success. You are just experiencing through this body, through this mind, through this filter that you were gifted for your experience. We call it a life, but you're experiencing it. But there's something that's having the experience, the true you, your soul, your spirit, your energy. And it does have a desire. It came here for a reason. So that desire is real. It came here for something, so that desire has meaning. It came here for a purpose, so that desire is your guidance. So what is it that you desire? The thing that comes to mind initially may not be the overall desire, but it's to move you into the right direction. See, if you are 10 steps removed from your purpose, if you are 20 steps removed from your focus of what you're supposed to be, then your first desire will just be a step closer. And then a step closer and a step closer and a step closer, as long as it's aligned with positive desire, meaning it's good for you and it's good for the people around you. So when you start listening to yourself, when you start closing your eyes, start listening, and then you realize, oh, I want to be on top of that mountain. I want to feel good when I go see my friends. I want to feel good when I'm around my family. Whatever that desire is, then think about the version of you that is that. How would they act? Now, the hard part is you have to drop your ego when you do this, because if you don't, you're going to put you onto them, meaning, oh, well, they would still get to act this way. It's just the world would change around them. You see, it's the world that's stopping me. It's my neighbors that are really the problem. It's my boss that's really the jerk. It's the economy that's really the issue. Those things are absolutely factors, but they do not have the power because they are not your experience. You are experiencing them. They don't need to change. For the simple fact that two people can experience the same thing and take away two different experiences. You go to with a friend to the movies. You don't walk away seeing the same thing. You and a friend listen to a song. You don't walk away hearing the same thing, because it depends on the perspective in which you're experiencing it. If you had a really hard day and you put on a sad song, you might really relate with it. If you had a really great day and they put on a sad song, you might be like, why are we listening to this? Like, this isn't this. I'm not feeling this. But it's the same thing. If you had a really bad day and you put on the happy song, you may not be able to resonate with it. But if you had a really great day and you put on the happy song, you're going to feel every single note in that. Your perception is what shifts. The things don't have to. So you start taking responsibility, realizing that, oh, this obstacle, it's not the problem. It's my perspective of it. That's the limiting factor. Well, I want to become the thing that overcomes it. So how would the thing that overcomes it act? How would the thing that overcomes it behave? How would the thing that overcomes it react? So knowing what to do is just knowing what to be. And just start with what you can figure out at this moment. But you have to know you cannot do the same things and experience a different life. You can't. The law of attraction says like attracts like. So if you don't change and you're hoping for something external to change, you're not going to succeed. So if you want to start this business and you're looking at the economy, oh, well, the economy's not right now. I got to wait for the right timing to get started. It will never be the right time. It doesn't mean that they're not better times and they're not harder times. But if you're truly going to become this, then you're going to do it in good times and hard times. Same with your diet. If you're saying, I'm going to be healthy and I want to be this most fit person that lives for a long time, but I'm going on a cruise this week, so I'll probably start my diet after. Well, if you were that version, you would not think that way during the cruise. You would eat the way in alignment with self. This isn't to pass judgment on whatever it is that you're doing. Life is life, and whatever you choose is up to you. It's your experience. You're not wrong for choosing it. But there are times, and this is true for me, where you have to truly reflect and realize, oh, I am the limiting problem here. I could have started, but I gave a reason as to why not. You know what you'll do if you keep doing that? Is you'll become someone really powerful at coming up with reasons as to why not. And that is a strength in itself, because you're becoming so good at defining reality, which then defines you, that you will strengthen that. Because if that's what you're always doing, then that will be what you always do. But if you can get good at changing your perspective, meaning look back at yourself like, oh, I could actually just choose to be different in that moment, even though the moment's going to punish me, even though the moment's going to be hard, even though everyone else is going to be doing something different, I can choose to be different, so I'm going to. When you do that, your reality will change, especially when it's hard. If you start that diet while you're going on the cruise and you eat with alignment with what it is that you want to become, you will be stronger in your belief of who you're going to become, not weaker. If you start your business when the economy is bad and you push forward, maybe you don't make as much, but you make it through, you'll become stronger in the belief of who you are. So the pain, the hurt, the trauma, the block, whatever it is not to limit you. It's not to tell you to wait. It's just to give you an opportunity to say, how strong do you want to be? And then you go through it. So we're going to take a few moments. We're going to take a deep healing breath. And when you breathe in, I just want you to pick a word. It can be love, joy, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And when we take a deep breath in, I just want you to say it over and over and over again. Just joy, 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 abundance, abundance, whatever you pick. And as you hold your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. You don't have to do external things to change the world. It's not about going to church and being great and making the change there. It's about lifting your energy up, because when you do that, you become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.